In the ever-turbulent world of British high society, a new feud appears to be brewing, one that could rival even the most dramatic royal sagas. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, has reportedly turned her full attention toward conquering the fashion industry and in doing so may have reignited tensions with longtime frenemy Victoria Beckham. While Markle paints her pivot as a natural evolution, sources close to fashion insiders reveal that her ambitions are ruffling feathers, especially among established figures like Beckham, who is said to be howling over Meghan's increasingly aggressive attempts to dominate the industry. Markle's foray into fashion is not exactly new. Her admiration for labels like Givenchy and her collaborations with Canadian fashion brands date back to her suits days. However, what's different now is the scale and apparent ruthlessness of her approach. Multiple reports suggest Meghan has been quietly building a fashion empire behind the scenes, with plans to launch her own line of high-end, ethically branded women's wear under the banner of her new lifestyle company, American Riviera Orchard. While publicly cloaked in sustainable buzzwords and empowerment rhetoric, insiders argue that her true aim is a hostile takeover of a fashion space already crowded with elite British designers, Victoria Beckham among them. The cracks in the Markle-Beckham relationship became public knowledge years ago, following revelations that Meghan reportedly mocked the Beckhams behind closed doors during her time in the royal family. According to palace sources at the time, Meghan allegedly viewed Victoria as a tryhard and questioned her proximity to the royal inner circle. Those close to the situation say the tension peaked when Meghan, shortly after her marriage to Prince Harry, began favoring US-based stylists and designers over British ones. Despite claiming to want to modernize the monarchy with diverse and inclusive British voices, Victoria Beckham, who has spent over a decade carefully curating a luxury fashion brand that has won accolades in Paris and London, is said to have taken Meghan's dismissive attitude personally. Now, with Markle's latest fashion moves, sources claim Victoria feels as though her turf is being trampled by someone who has done little of the hard graft but wants all the recognition. Meghan doesn't want to be a fashion icon. She wants to own fashion, said one insider. She doesn't just want a seat at the table. She wants to rearrange the furniture and kick out anyone who doesn't suit her vision. What makes Meghan's push even more controversial is the way she's leveraging her royal past to open doors. Despite stepping back from senior royal duties in 2020, Markle continues to use the Duchess of Sussex title in her business ventures. Critics have pointed out that her forthcoming fashion label, allegedly targeted at elite Hollywood and European markets, features branding that evokes her royal ties even as she rails against the monarchy in interviews and documentaries. "It's hypocrisy at its finest," said British journalist Emily Andrews. "You can't bash the institution on Netflix and then turn around and use its prestige to sell luxury handbags." Andrews isn't alone in her criticism. Fashion experts argue that Meghan's entrance into the industry lacks originality. Some even accuse her of copying designs and concepts already present in the portfolios of established female designers like Stella McCartney, Phoebe Philo, and yes, Victoria Beckham herself. In one notable incident, sketches leaked from a Markle-affiliated studio bore an uncanny resemblance to Beckham's 2018 minimalist collection, prompting whispers of creative plagiarism. Although no legal action has been taken, sources suggest Victoria is monitoring the situation closely. Adding fuel to the fire is Meghan's reported snubbing of the British Fashion Council's recent outreach to include her in upcoming industry events. Instead of accepting a seat at London Fashion Week or collaborating with homegrown UK talent, Meghan has focused her efforts on California, where her brand is reportedly being manufactured. Her production contracts, many with Silicon Valley-linked investors, show a clear shift away from anything traditionally British. To many, this signals a disinterest in collaboration and a preference for dominance. Victoria Beckham, meanwhile, has taken a more measured public stance, offering no official comment on the matter. But insiders say she feels betrayed and blindsided, especially after allegedly advising Meghan during her early royal days. "Victoria tried to mentor her," said a close Beckham associate. "She gave her access to stylists, events, and contacts. Meghan took what she needed and moved on." As the fashion world watches this rivalry unfold, many are left wondering, is Meghan Markle truly passionate about fashion? Or is it just another platform for influence and control? Whatever the case, the Duchess's entry into this new arena is proving just as divisive and disruptive as her exit from the royal family. And if the backlash from the Beckham camp is any indicator, the fashion crown Meghan is chasing may come with a very real cost. While Meghan's supporters champion her as a modern trailblazer redefining royalty on her own terms, critics argue that her methods reveal a pattern of calculated opportunism. From Hollywood to Buckingham Palace and now to the fashion capital of the world, each pivot seems less about purpose and more about power. Industry veterans warn that fashion, unlike royal life, doesn't forgive quickly, and the sense among many is that Meghan has underestimated how territorial and competitive the field truly is. Victoria Beckham, a woman who transitioned from pop stardom to respected designer status through years of credibility building, represents the antithesis of Meghan's high-speed takeover tactics. In private circles, designers are reportedly wary of aligning with Meghan too closely, fearing the drama and public scrutiny that tend to follow her. She doesn't build bridges, she burns them and builds luxury boutiques in the ashes, quipped one anonymous fashion editor. With American Riviera Orchard poised for a 2025 debut, all eyes are on whether Meghan's latest endeavor will thrive or implode under the weight of its own controversy. One thing is clear, in choosing fashion as her new frontier, Meghan hasn't just reignited her feud with Victoria Beckham, she's declared war on the very traditions of the industry itself.